Hello, everyone. This is Ari Moshe Wolf of Heart and Soul Centered Astrology. In this video, I'm going to share my insights on the current Jupiter in Cancer squaring to Mars in Libra. Let's just take a look at the transits. Right now, we are, August 26th. We have a Moon Mars conjunction. Let's watch this happen progress throughout the upcoming days. They will meet at 18 degrees in the first week of September. Just take note that the nodes are also at 18 degrees Virgo and Pisces. So we're going to have the first of two eclipses, a lunar eclipse in the very beginning of September. So 18 degrees is very active right now. Almost like anything you got at 18 is going to be super activated. And this Mars Jupiter opposition square will be active as well into the second week of September. We could appreciate in general that whenever we have a strong Mars Jupiter connection, it's engaging, it's active. There's a lot of tangible energy because Mars is what it's all about, moving energy. Mars is all about the choices that we make, how we're instigated by the life path and are continually moving forward along this journey. So we're triggered to make choices and take the next step to pave the road of our ongoing soul path. Whereas Jupiter is this ongoing journey of realization and expansion. It can really expand our awareness of situations, bring things up so we can see it more clearly. It magnifies existing dynamics to bring more insight and clarity to also free the path so we can move forward. If you think of Mars and Jupiter together, there's a very strong clearing energy where what needs to be seen is brought up. But you have to be honest. You have to be willing to be clear-minded and honest with yourself and make choices to move the path forward. The struggle, that difficulty with Mars Jupiter can be a sort of dogmatic defensiveness and the unwillingness to actually be honest with ourselves. I want to be right. I want to go in the direction that I've been imagining I'm supposed to go in. So I'm not going to be available to learn. I'm going to defend my existing framework of truth. Now, if we apply this in the Libra Cancer archetype, we have, it gets us a little more of a softened kind of energy, but we can definitely have this sort of defensive dogmatic quality manifesting. The issue with Jupiter and Cancer is this is my identity. This is what's home. This is what's familiar. This is the world that I grew up in. I don't want to see something outside of that. Whereas Jupiter in Cancer wants home to feel like an expansive experience where there's always more to see. Nourishing care, the experience of home not being this fixed, stagnant idea, but one that invites ongoing learning and growth, where the journey of family and home and belonging teaches us more about the path and who we are in life. Now, Jupiter is always about simplification, which means we don't want to take a lot of baggage with us, a lot of ideas and beliefs on the journey. So, home is an intuitive principle. It's an experience, something that we can directly access and understand and live in our own life. But when we try to make ourselves or make our lives fit into an idea of the journey, it's stifling. And the issue then is from a Jupiter perspective, we stop learning. It's like no longer a pilgrimage, it's like a fixed destination. It's no longer a spiritual revelatory experience, it's a fixed religion with its own schedule. So we want to remain emotionally authentic and true to our own experience, and that's how we can truly grow along this journey. That's the key piece with Jupiter and Cancer. You link this with Mars and Libra. We have, and I've been speaking about this, the difficulty, the confrontational nature of relationship, listening, hearing others, reacting, defending. There's a journey of learning how to embrace our relationships as a path that will open up more freedom and availability to walk our path where there's less confrontation and struggles and unnecessary conflicts in our relationships. But we need to be willing to be uncomfortable. We need to be willing to bring up uncomfortable content and say things that others might reject or not like, and to be available for the ongoing journey that occurs through relationship. When you bring this together, Mars and Libra with Jupiter and Cancer, there are two reflections that I want to offer. One is this does call for a significant degree of relational and emotional honesty and sincerity to face the truth of our life and what's going on and the roles that we play and the expectations that we hold and how we actually feel on the inside. The question would be, Are the roles and the projections and ideas that we're holding in our life stifling and keeping us from the natural path of expansion and growth that we want to be able to access when we're authentic and free to the journey? There can be an association that says being authentic and free means disappointing other people. But that actually becomes the very place where there's an invitation to become more authentic and free in order to realize there is nothing wrong happening here. Like the disappointment that we're so often afraid of is just us holding on to that need for affinity. Are you okay with me? Is it okay? Right? It's control. The other dynamic is sentimentality. Cancer in general, especially if you link it with Libra, can get very sentimental around how things feel or our memory of different experiences. And I find over and over again that it's easier to embrace change or to kind of step on the threshold of possible change when we connect with our emotional body, when we express our love, when we express our grief, when we're real, when we're present, right? When we don't, when we don't express our emotions, when there isn't that fluidity, that's when we're not really present with our lives and with our relationships, we tend to hold on more because we confuse the love and the closeness with the physical symbols that we're familiar with. It's like children are like that. As children grow, they learn to mature and emotionally connect with their inner security. And that happens if they're affirmed, they're loved, they're cared for, they're good. So they're not afraid of being left. They're not afraid of being alone or by themselves. They can experience more independence. But if we're never taught, if we never learn that we're loved, that we're safe, that it's good, if we never really express and fully access our fears or our emotions, if we stifle the natural emotional processes, paradoxically, it's harder to let go or to be alone or to experience more independence. We're going to attach more to, I'm afraid. So that's the interesting thing about this square. It wants everything to come forward. And there's a great potential here for a lot of seeing clearly truth, being able to see long-standing dynamics, especially because at 18-degree dynamic, we have all kinds of aspects manifesting. Let me share the screen again just to show this to you. You know, as I'm pulling it up, it really allows for the possibility of many confusing areas to kind of just be seen with a lot more clarity. So let's actually get to the moment of the eclipse. So more or less, just we're several hours away. So we have the eclipse happening at a 15-degree new moon, full moon. The node's at 18 degrees, and by that time, the Mars will be at 20 degrees and Jupiter will be at 19. So basically, from 15 degrees to 20 degrees, we have this incredible window with pretty much 18 in the middle of it all, where the nodes are. So just think of all the aspects that are being formed here, right? We have a trine between Jupiter and this north node moon. We have a in conjunct between Mars and the north node, a semi-sextile between Mars and the south node, a sextile between Jupiter, right? I mean, just very dynamic and diverse aspects that you can say are like working at us from different angles. So there's a great possibility of areas that are stressful or full of tension and can't quite see it might be revealed. And I think the main piece that I would offer is don't be afraid to bring forward what wants to be seen. We bring forward what is within us, it saves us. When we hold it back, it destroys us, loosely quoting from the Gospel of Thomas. The calling for relational authenticity and honesty also means really working on that edge of defense. Like the moment we become protective and defensive is the moment we're unavailable to see or experience more of the truth. So the sense of I'm uncomfortable, this is unknown, this is unfamiliar, am I going to be safe? That's an edge to actually breathe into, to see that edge of discomfort actually might be where the journey, the pilgrimage of life is wanting to open up more for us at this time. I will definitely be sharing a lot more about this eclipse and just the powerful energy of the September transits coming soon. Check out the description to learn more about my sessions, my self-study training program, my newsletter, and my community membership. We're going to be meeting for our second monthly meeting this coming Sunday. I also have a new class that I taught on the holiness of relationship and a 2.5 hour class on aspects to Venus that I'm going to be uploading. I'm going to be making some of that available for free to community members, and it's going to be available for sale for the wider public soon as well. All right, thank you so much for watching.